What do you say? 389, and Matt Hagan goes to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously it's an emotional weekend with Dodge having such a long continuing sponsorship here at Bandimere. You know, and the thought of not being back here anymore is kind of tough. But, you know, obviously we're putting on a strong showing. This is a Dodge-sponsored event. We're sitting number 1 right now provisionally. And, you know, we just got to finish strong for, you know, throughout the whole weekend. It just can't end in qualifying. We got to make 4 good runs. It is a handful out there. You know that you have no air up here when the nose is coming up 2 or 3 times out there, and you know, and you're trying to drive it, but there's no front tires on it, and it's just, you know, it's moving around everywhere. And
how about 3.7, 8, 327 miles an hour, and Antron Brown goes to the top.
You know, the run feels good. Everything's different on the mountain. So when you leave the starting line, you know you ain't got the snot or the power that you do at all the racetracks you go to. So it takes off kind of like smooth. But then you know if you got power, because then the car will either start marching or just labor flat. If it labors flat, you're like, oh, this ain't going to be good. But on that last run there, the first run, we had the car tune up the same. And it went out there and just didn't make it through there. I had a little fast shake, and we're just like, well, the night's going to be better. And Brian and Mark said we're going to leave it alone, and we just gave a little bit more. They gave a little bit more here and there, and it felt real good once we got down the track. We got to half track, and I felt that thing was lit on all 8, and I felt it arch up. I was like, oh, we're on a run.
A couple of the elite machines coming at you right here, right now. Hoffman's car hooked to left when he dropped the clutch. Eric is tearing it up down low. Watch the Steelmaster. 691, 195, take JHG to the top.
We went up to Wisconsin for C-Tech Manufacturing, which is one of my sponsors, and we had a match race up there. So it was all in good fun, but for myself, I wanted to work on some things with my clutch pedal and my bell housing to try to get better on the tree. So that was kind of what I went to work on. You can't really get ready for this race unless you come to Denver and test, because it's the only track that has these atmospheric conditions. So it's super challenging up here on the mountain, but I'm really excited for our performance so far.
See if little Hector can take the top spot back. Again, red lights do not matter. Wow. Hector is ripping it up. 7:04. Hector Arana Jr. has reset the track record at Bandimere Speedway by 0.05 of a second.
I mean, so Q1 was an awesome run, and then we definitely saw that there's room for improvement, and we went ahead and made the adjustments that, you know, the data's told us to do. So I made those adjustments for the tune-up, and I tell you what, the second I popped the clutch, the bike left so hard, I knew I was on an awesome run. It was like, as long as everything else, you know, does what it's supposed to do, the rest of the run, it's going to be fast. I had said I think we can go 7.0s. I didn't think we would have ran a 7.04. I mean, that is just an awesome run, and I'm just so excited to be able to run that number.
This operation turnkey in the offseason. Richard's been driving one car. Eric Ander's been driving the other. Mountain Motor Pro Stock, that is bad news for John DeFlorian Jr. When smoke comes out of a Pro Stock car and it's not on a burnout, it's never good. 666.1, 208 miles per hour for Richard Freeman. And John DeFlorian Jr. almost certainly just wounded one.
Competition Plus is your go-to source for the latest in drag racing news. For over 20 years, CompetitionPlus.com has provided news you can trust, thoroughly researched and delivered as quick and fast as it can be uploaded. Whether it's nitro or stock, drag radial or pro modified, our writers are trained to bring you the inside story time and time again. We have it all, from in-depth news articles to the latest in high-performance products to the scuttlebutt making its way around the pits. Original video content from the stars in drag racing also makes Competition CompetitionPlus.com the ultimate one-stop shop for die-hard drag racing fans. Don't make CompetitionPlus.com your only stop on the information superhighway. Make it your first. For news you can trust and have trusted for 20 years, visit CompetitionPlus.com. Be sure to download our mobile app. It's a free download on the Apple Store and Google Play.